Welcome back. Welcome back to episode number 83 of the Swoos Hoops Podcast. So we got the entire crew back. We got myself, Eric L, aka two All-Stars starters in my starting five. We got Armani, Amastadamas. We got Josh, aka Capture the Flag, Race for Ace 2025. And we got Ernest, aka Make the Trade, Get the Parade. So for tonight's episode, we're going to talk about what just happened last night. The NBA announced the All-Star starters for the Eastern Conference and Western Conference, and as you can see on the screen right here, for the is the roster for the East starters. You got Jalen Brunson, Donovan Mitchell as a starting backcourt. Anthony, you got Carl Anthony Towns, Giannis Antetokounmpo, and Jason Tatum as your starting front court in the Eastern Conference. And for the Western Conference, you got Steph Curry, Shea Gillis Alexander, Kevin Durant, LeBron James, and Nikola Jokic as your starters for the Western Conference. So, give us your thoughts on the starters and who do you think should have made the cut and who got snubbed. So, Armani, I want to start with you. Who do you think got snubbed, and if that's the player, who are you taking out the starting lineup?
I think um for the West, I think the West is fine. Um I would say for the East, LaMelo, man. LaMelo got to be in there, man. If I'm taking somebody out, taking out Brunson, man.
Why is that?
Yo, Eric about to jump on the screen.
No, I mean, obviously, like, team record matters, right? To some people, right? But I just think LaMelo just been like career-wise, statistically, just been having a great season. And for like a game like the All-Star game, I think that's where he can really strive. Everybody's talking about like NBA ratings being down and stuff like that. And especially with this whole new format, not saying Brunson, not taking away anything from Brunson, not saying that he's not going to come to play, but I think LaMelo is really going to show up and try to put his stamp on the game just off of that being a starter. I think that would be dope especially for the Hornets.
I'm fine with the East and West starting five. Obviously, I personally thought Wemby was going to somehow, because I know what the media narrative is with him. So I figured somehow they was going to just figure out how to throw him in there. But obviously with LeBron, Steph, and KD, like those three guys, pioneers right now of the league, they're going to start them. And obviously Jokic is having a ridiculous season, and so is SGA. So you have your top two MVP candidates, and then you have the sort of OG3 as a starting five. And then on the East, I understand the LaMelo case. Like what he's been doing this season, has been healthy relatively for most of the year. He's been putting up crazy numbers. He's averaging over 27 a game. Damn near double with I believe like 8 assists or something like that. So, but the media, because remember the voting is 50% of the fans and it's 25% media, 25% players. So their own peers have voted either for them or against them, right? So, and as you know, like they be player hating. There's some guys that want to see their own teammates succeed. So, I'm not. I anticipated the Knicks getting 2 in. I didn't know they were going to be both starters, but obviously it is what it is. Donovan Mitchell, you're not going to have the best player on a number 1 seed team not be a starter. It's really rare that happens. So, he was expected. And then obviously you have Jason Tatum, and obviously the Boston Celtics, and they're the defending champions, and they're also playing really well this year. So, you can make a case for LaMelo for sure. You can make a case for Wemby. You can make a case for Anthony Davis. You can make a case for, some of these guys. But all in all, I think it's 99% accurate in my opinion. But the reserves are going to be interesting for sure, right? Because obviously, you know, that voting is the coaches pick that, and that's going to be very telling. Because I think there's some guys that are deserving that are not going to get in. So we'll see. But yeah, I'm totally fine with the starting five on each side.
So I have a problem. There's one guy that I have a problem with being in as a starter, and it's not Brunson, Eric. So breathe. It's actually Steph. Why isn't James Harden starting over him? People care about records. I've been hearing records matter and all that for the LaMelo Brunson case, but Harden has been keeping the Clippers afloat.
You don't think Norman Powell deserves it over Harden right at this point?
Not as a starter, because it's still still politics. It's still politics.
I'm just saying because of the
y'all seen that? Y'all seen that meme of the polar bear in Arlington, Texas?
Yeah, like what you doing over here?
Right. No offense to Norman Powell, but that's what it would have been. But he's hooping this season.
Him being a starter would have been like, okay, I see y'all actually pay attention to Super Bowl. We kind of wilding, like we still need
the three-headed dragon.
Yeah. Me personally, I think Harden should have been a starter over Steph. Steph got in off pure legacy because this has been a down year for him.
It's in San Francisco. Ain't no way he's not going to start.
Right.
Yeah, it is what it is. It's just.
I'm just saying. I'm just saying.
And Josh, that's just bound to happen too, because a lot of people was giving Kobe crap like towards the end of his career of why he was a starter in the All-Star game. So it's legacy.
If you don't remember, if I'm not mistaken, didn't Vince Carter and T-Mac give up their starting role or something
for Michael?
But that's different. Gave it up. They earned the starter spot, right? But they gave it like that's Mike.
But then But then again, the voting was different back then. Like the of how much it weighed was different. But I get you. But
But that's all. I know Warriors fans is gonna hate what I say, but Steph has been playing like an all-star starter this whole year. Has he been performing like an all-star starter for y'all? I know it's San Francisco, but let's throw that out the window. Like, I don't know.
All right, man.
People complain about LeBron being watched, but Steph looked the same, and it's been quiet over there.
Oh, I seen that. They was like, they was like embarrassment for the rest of the league. How y'all let a 40-year-old be in the starting lineup? I'm like, what? It's like, what are we talking about?
He's still averaging over 20. So that's not his fault.
But that's my problem. It was just the Steph thing, but then again, like y'all said, is in San Francisco. Of course, I want to see LaMelo, but Brunson is a better player than LaMelo, and I get it. And then, even though LaMelo and Cade is performing like statistically wise, they're performing better than Donovan Mitchell, but they're the best team in the East. So you have to, at this point, He's leading that team. He's a leader of a team was on pace for 70 wins. I don't think they are on pace for 70 wins anymore.
No, not anymore.
But
no,
it's like 68.
But
that's still good.
To be mentioned is still really good though.
Yeah. So I don't really got a problem. It's just do us right. Get LaMelo and Cade in that reserve spot. That's all we care about right now. But yeah.
Well, that's going to be on the coaches to decide, and that's going to be very interesting for sure. Eric, I assume you have no issues.
No.
If I see Halliburton and
hold on. I'll throw another name that's even worse that they've been pushing, and I think they're going to try it this year.
Trae Young?
No, Derek White.
Stop it.
Of course they're going to do that. They've been trying to do it last year.
They was doing it last year. Yeah.
Okay.
They tried to do it last year.
They did it last year.
Okay.
You almost got in.
Clip this one.
That was the Ringer. Trying to do that. The Ringer was trying to pull that one.
That was Bill
not
Simmons.
this year.
That was Bill. That's all Bill Simmons.
You know what's so funny? You know what's mad funny? We had the same conversation before the Olympics like when Kawhi was playing, and once Kawhi, we was like, "Nah, Derek White ain't gonna be in there."
Guess
A
what?
week later,
Yep.
Derek White was in there. So
Nah.
we are having the exact same conversation we had during that time period.
You know how they're gonna do it. Yo, we're gonna Embiid got voted as an all-star, but he can't play because he's hurt. Derek White, you're the injury replacement.
That-
I don't even think Embiid gets in.
yeah, I think we can all agree that.
Yeah,
he's
I don't
not
think he gets
all-star
in at all.
this
No,
year.
no,
absolutely
no.
not.
Well, you
No.
can't anyway. So
No. I mean,
Nah,
no, he
nah,
can't.
nah. You can still be an all-star.
You can still be an all-star if you miss games. He just can't physically probably play. So, But Eric,
Yeah.
I
Talk
assume
to the man of the hour, though. Yeah.
obviously
Oh,
you
Lord.
know obviously you're not the only one that's gonna
He's
have
going
two.
crazy in the chat.
Yeah, I was like, oh, duh, the Lakers gonna have two guys in the All-Star game too. This is normal. Get used
He's
to
like,
it.
get starters.
Different.
Get starters.
Well, his guys are starters. That's all
Get
that
starters.
matters. That's all that matters.
Or should
That's
I
true.
say starting pool? The starting pool.
Yeah,
That's what they're saying. The starting pool.
yeah, the starting pool because hopefully you'll be on Chuck's team. But Eric, as you know, the Knicks got two guys in.
Oh, I forgot they doing that. Oh,
Yes,
Yes.
It's
yeah.
horrible.
Yes.
That's why they're calling it the starting pool.
Mhm.
Reezy,
Time
exactly what I'm saying. Derek White
Yo,
can.
when-
I'm telling you, Derek White could be an all-star, and I don't like that one bit. But Kyron, what's going on? But yeah, Eric, well, how do you feel about your two all-stars getting in as starters, putting on for New York City?
He acting
I mean,
cock
I'm-
now.
What?
He acting like, nah,
Yo.
Yo, you know what you're gonna see in February? You're gonna see him and Spike Lee in front row wearing Brunson full-on Nick jerseys, the whole uniform.
I don't got that kind of money. Anyway, so
He gonna run out there with the warm-up and all that.
why not? K should have gotten Brunson's spot. Nah, I disagree.
That's my Nets guy right there. I get what he doing. Yeah.
Yo,
Mhm.
appreciate y'all in the chat. Appreciate y'all. Appreciate y'all.
I wasn't surprised at all. Even though LaMelo got the fan vote by a wide margin, the coaches and the players vote.
No, it was the media and
Yeah, the
players.
yeah, that's what the media and the players vote. When you break down the actual numbers, Brunson won those by a wide margin over LaMelo, so he was gonna get that. So, I don't have a problem with with both starting lineups. I would have had Wemby over KD, but neither here and there. Or I would have had
Wait. Bring that back.
Right.
I would
You
have
had
had Wemby.
Wemby in over KD.
Yeah. I mean, give or take, but it is what it is. Also,
He was. It's crazy because KD was voted 7th amongst
Yeah.
the media, which is
Mhm.
wild.
Because they don't like him. They don't like him.
and actually, I would have had Luca if he wasn't injured over Steph. But then again, they're in San Francisco, and the Warrior fan base, they're not gonna let Steph not get in as a starter. So it was bound to happen.
Yeah.
I don't have a problem with both starters. It was gonna be interesting to see how the reserves are picked because I had Kate Cunningham as one of my starters. But
I had Austin Reeves as my starter, but it's just
so
Yeah.
I had Kate Cunningham, LaMelo, and I think Trae Young might get the third, might get that also reserve spot. So
well. Speaking of reserves, let's talk about it first. Kyron, we're going to answer your question about the new All-Star format, just in case those who are not informed. It is very confusing. So, the NBA All-Star Game will feature a mini tournament with 4 teams and 3 games. 2 teams will meet in one semifinal game, so game 1. Then the remaining 2 teams will meet in the other semifinal game, which is game 2. The winning teams from game 1 and 2 will advance and face each other and the game winner will the first team to reach 40 points will be the game winner. So, you're gonna have team captains for for those teams. Thank
So
you,
here's
Eric.
it right here.
And then you're gonna have Shaquille O'Neal, Shaq, and Kenny be captains of the three teams. And then there's another team that comes in. So the winner of the rookie game, the rookie sophomore game, which is going to be played on, I believe, on Friday night.
Yeah.
The winner of that game will be the fourth team in that pool, and in that pool, Candace Parker will be the head coach of that team. So you're gonna have, here this guy.
What you mean? Wow.
So you have Charles Barkley, who's gonna you have Charles Barkley, Shaq, and Kenny. Those three guys, they draft of the pool of the All-Stars. They're the ones who get to pick and make up their own team. So technically, it's confusing as hell. So the starters, there's a pool of starters, they get picked first, and then after the starters get picked, the reserves get picked, and then those are your three teams, and then whoever wins the rookie sophomore game on Friday night, there's your fourth team with Candace Parker being the coach. And then those four teams face off, and then the winner of the final two teams standing will ultimately, whoever reaches 40 points will, be the all-star winner, which doesn't make sense. It takes away exactly Kyron. Like it's BS. 40 points is nothing. So yeah, it's not a good idea. It's a terrible idea. All the players have who most of the stars have been coming out and saying they don't like it. Again, they don't know obviously what it's going to be like until they experience it. But right now, as it stands, they're not really a fan of it. I anticipate after this year, they're gonna go back to regular East versus West.
What I don't like is especially the winner of the Rising Stars playing All Stars. What is that?
Yeah, that don't make no sense.
Especially because like this draft class is not that deep.
Exactly. Like that. This would have made sense if you wanted to. Oh, you want to see Wemby versus these guys last year. Maybe Wemby team does make it, but it's still like Wemby with a whole bunch of people like Jalen Wells. No offense,
and
I want to see that.
Yeah,
Alex
Saw. I want to see.
I think they're banking on the competitiveness of the rookie challenge game, because that's more competitive instead of the all-star game itself.
But that's crazy how like the NBA is putting stock into guys that it's their first or second year in the league, and they're putting stock into them and faith into them, and no disrespect to those guys, but they're putting faith into them to hope and pray that they push the legends of the game. That's not gonna work. The legends gonna be like, y'all don't even belong here.
Right, I see it from both sides because like it's been this talk of like I said at the top of the show, like
Kyron, you only know that because you bet on Sar a lot.
I ain't gonna front. I'm a victim of that. I'm a victim of that too. But anyway, yo,
Kyron.
But it's a double-edged sword, right? Because we want the game to grow. After LeBron, KD, and Curry leave, we need somebody to take that mantle, and for viewers to have eyes on, right? So I can kind of get that point, but also like I just mentioned, this past draft class is not that deep, right? Like somebody like Jared McCain is out for the entire season, who was hooping and who was looking like a rookie of the year candidate. We have like Dalton Connect, at this point, the rookie of the year race is probably I
don't even think he even got picked for this game. I think they asked him about it. He was like, "Oh, I didn't even know about it." So
which is even wild.
I don't even think he's even in the game.
Right, because look, like I said, this draft class is not that deep, so it's a double-edged sword. Either you want him in to kind of give viewers a new face, or you don't want him in because just the level of talent,
Yeah, it's weird, but needless to say, it's here, and we're gonna experience it in a few weeks, and we'll actually know how it is once it gets here. But I want to move on to staying on the All-Star topic. Obviously, we have the starters, but now it's about the reserves. The reserves will be announced on Thursday next week for both conferences, and I want to get your guys' thoughts, predictions on who you think should be a reserve, given the fact that now we know who the starters are. Let's go. We're gonna go Eric. Eric, we're gonna go with you first.
I already know who Eric is, man.
There you go. Josh Hart, OG Anunoby,
Yup.
They need
Precious
Mikel,
rest.
Achua.
They need rest.
Campaign, McBride, Jericho Sims,
He getting traded. All right, so
Allen Houston, Latrell Sprewell,
really,
Charlie Ward, all of
really,
them.
really,
Yeah.
really.
Spike Lee, put Spike Lee in there too, man.
All right, so LaMelo, Cade Cunningham. I think Trae Young should get in.
Mhm.
So that's 3. You need that's 6 more. Ooh. In the East,
Go front court. Go front court.
Yeah, I'm thinking front court. Oh gosh. Jared Allen,
Yeah, let's get the fro up in there. Let's get the fro in there.
Evan Mobley.
Mm-hmm.
Even though he missed most of December, January, I'm still putting Paolo in.
Mm-hmm.
I think you got one more.
I'm putting Bam Adebayo in. Is that down to Bam or Tyler Hero?
Idris?
So no Jaylen Brown.
Yeah, right.
Oh,
But don't he count on the guard spot then?
No,
I
he's
think
a
he's on the
he's
guard.
a he's a small he's a
He's a
forward.
forward. He's a
So
forward.
actually,
Yeah,
Maybe switching him back and forth.
I know.
Jaylen Brown,
Yeah.
Jaylen Brown or Bam Adebayo.
What about the West?
So in the West, Alperen Şengün should get in. DeMontis Sabonis, he should get in. Of course, Anthony Davis, Wemby, Ja should get in. That's 5.
A lot of forwards.
That's it. Anthony Edwards.
Mm-mm.
Nah,
Okay,
you
Anthony
didn't.
Edwards, Norman Powell. So that's 7.
What is it? Is 4?
It's 9. It's 9 reserves, I think.
Okay.
So I'm down to 2.
Going based off last year, because
Yeah,
that's why I asked
it's still the same. It's 9 reserves.
It's 9 reserves.
So I got 2 left. Devin Booker. And one more. Kyrie Irving.
So no Jalen Williams.
Nah, we good.
Personally, I don't think Jalen Williams. I don't think Jalen. Yeah. I'm just saying, like, the media's been pushing. Jalen Williams is going to be an all-star. I'm like, where? I don't see it. It's too many.
It's
not enough spots. It's not enough spots.
Yeah, especially when you break it down by like the front court and back court.
Yeah,
because he's a forward, like in a guard body, like yeah.
Josh, we're gonna go with you.
All right, man. I'm gonna start off with the East, man. I got my boy Cade, LaMelo. Start off hot. My boy Cade, LaMelo. You not go this one. Tyler Hero, man. I'm sorry, Tyler Hero deserved that spot.
I was gonna go Tyler Hero over Bam for sure. Yeah.
Obviously the two bigs in Cleveland, Jared Allen and Evan Mobley. I'm not really feeling Jaylen Brown this year. Not really feeling him. I might, but he kind of does deserve a spot over Paolo.
He's the Finals MVP.
Paolo ain't playing enough, so we gonna put Paolo. But I added 3 guards. Trae Young. Let's get Trae Young in there too. Man, this way get rough.
Yeah,
this way get rough.
It get real dark.
Oh man, because it's like you need a couple more forwards, and it's just like.
Say it. Just say it.
All right, Cam Johnson, suit up, bro.
No.
It get rough in the East. Damn.
So none of y'all got Maxey?
You got Day'Ron Sharp?
Nah, because I already have 4 guards. I said Cade,
right?
Trae
That's
Young, Tyler Hero, and who's the other guard? And LaMelo. And And then I put the
Jalen-
two bigs from
What
Cleveland.
about Jalen Johnson? Oh, Eduardo said Jalen Johnson too.
Yep.
I don't know yet. He gives me the Jalen Williams vibe. Like it's just not there yet.
There's just too
And
many people in front of him right now.
And if I put Jalen Johnson, I might as well put Paolo or Franz. Like I ain't putting on.
Or you might as well put
Jalen.
Siakam.
Oh no. Oh
Wait. Go.
yeah, I think I need one more spot. And did I put Paolo? Did I confirm Paolo?
Yeah, you did.
Yeah, you did.
It's dark in the East. You might as well say Bam then.
All right, man. Nah, we can't have two Heat players in there. All right.
So who you?
Jalen Johnson. Thank you, Eduardo. You my boy for that word.
Oh man,
what
about
Armani.
the- what about the
I'm
West?
sorry. Your Western
Yeah.
Conference now.
What about
And
the West?
The West is come on. We need Sengun. We need Ja. Actually, we kind of need Jaren Jackson too.
I don't think you'll get both. It's going to be one or the other.
All right. So we need Sengun. All right. Wemby, Sengun. You already know AD. They go get him.
Huh?
AD.
Don't do that. Don't do that. Bro.
AD. Anthony Edwards.
Yo, Josh, crazy man.
Sabonis. Harden.
Mm-hmm.
Man, it's getting rough. Because it's tough. Like, Powell
So-
deserves it, but are you gonna leave out Book? Are you gonna leave out Fox on reserve this year? But are you gonna leave him out? Like, you know what I mean? Like, are you gonna leave out Kyrie? Like, it's
Yes, it's tough, man. It's tough.
that's why I'm saying I'll give that extra spot to Jaren Jackson. He been the healthy guy on Memphis, been keeping them afloat. I'm going with Jaren Jackson. I'm going with Jaren Jackson.
Okay.
That's 9, right? I did 9. Wemby, Sengun, Sabonis, Ja, Ant-Man.
Yo, we
Who
all,
else I said?
we
Who
all,
else I said?
yo. This is how it feels when you're watching Jeopardy or Wheel of Fortune at
Who-
home. Like we're screaming
Yo.
at the TV.
Yo,
He
So,
said
no
he said
love-
Kyrie.
no love for Hella.
What you mean? I got guards is better than him on there. What? Is that crazy?
Yo,
Nah, that's not even like hating. No hate. I'm not even like hating.
come on, Josh.
Bro, that's not hating. I
Kyrie.
said Harden, Ant-Man,
Sorry.
Ja. I got D-Book over him too. Where? And you already know my bigs: Wemby, Sabonis, AD, and Sengun.
Okay.
Is that
All right,
that's
there's-
not crazy? Kyrie not doing like I get it. If Kyrie was going above and beyond, it's crazy. I'm just saying. He's carrying. He was out for 3 weeks with Luka, and he just came back for a week, and then he take another game off. Bro, he's not carrying without him.
Yo,
Oh my god.
He's
yo.
not carrying.
Yo.
Mel gonna think I'm
Armani.
hating on Kyrie, but yeah.
Okay. All right. So for the East, I got LaMelo, Cade, Trey. Forwards, I'm surprised nobody mentioned him. I got that Zach LaVine dude.
He's a guard.
He's a guard.
He's a forward. They play him as a forward?
Nah. Oh yeah, you're right. My bad. You're right.
Yeah,
Yeah,
him as
you're
a
right.
forward.
You're right.
I got
On the Suns' radar.
I got Mobley.
We'll talk about that offline.
I got Mobley. I got Paolo. Wait, hold on. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Someone forgot the fro. He got the fro up out of here.
Wait. All right, so guards are covered, right? I need All right, give me Jared Allen and Paolo. I think that's it, right?
Nah, bro,
So
you short.
Yeah, you
Who
way
am I-
short.
You
who am I
way
missing?
short.
How
You
many
missing
spots I'm
like 3
missing?
more players.
Oh damn! All right. Hmm. I said Jared Allen. I said Bam. You got to put him there. I mean, because
Why
I
y'all
can't
keep
put
putting
Hero.
Idris in there, man?
I you know
Might as well put Asia in there, man.
nah. Hey yo, she'll pick it over some of these kids.
You might as well put Asia the bio.
All right. Oh no. All right. How many people am I at right now? All
You
right.
put Bam, so you need 2 more.
2 more. What I need? Forwards.
Whatever.
This is the part where it gets dark, bro. Oh my gosh. All right. I'll throw Jalen Johnson in there.
Damn, over Jalen Brown. Wow.
Yeah,
Wow.
I said Brown. I said Jalen Brown. I said Jalen Brown. Bro, my mind went blank, son.
Because it's that forward spot in the East is like, whoa.
Yeah, it's a
Like-
huge drop off, bro. I'm gonna move on to the West. All right, so West, we got Ant-Man, we got Anthony Davis, we got Wemby, I got Norman Powell, I have Kyrie, I got Ja, I have Sengun, I have Sabonis.
Let me see what y'all talking about. Y'all telling me Kyrie is wilding. Like I'm missing out on something.
Those people I mentioned, those are my locks. It gets really foggy after that, to be honest. Ernest, go ahead, bro.
In the East, I have LaMelo, Cade, Trey, Zach LaVine, Jalen Brown, Allen, Mobley, Paolo, and Hero. Those are my 9.
Okay.
I don't think Bam gets in. For the West, I have,
He not the best Heat. He not even the best Heat big man. Have y'all been watching lately?
Facts.
Where?
Kelly Ware.
Where?
Told you, man. Asia the bio. So in the West, I have AD, Wemby, Ant-Man, Kyrie, Powell, Sengun, Harden, Ja, and my last one would be probably Devin Booker. Yeah.
He said, wait. What Mel said? Kyrie guys, bro.
And if Devin Booker is hurt, ooh. If Devin Booker's hurt, then I go with Jalen Williams from OKC. Like,
man,
he's my injury replacement guy. Then Jaren Jackson after that.
Jaren Jackson needs some love, y'all.
He already got love. He got a DPOI.
Yeah,
he got a DPOI.
Yeah.
Man.
So I again, it's gonna be tricky. It's gonna be interesting to see what happens Thursday. I'm sure it's gonna be pretty interesting who gets in who doesn't. So we'll see. We will see after that. after what happens. And any final thoughts on the All-Star game?
We did something that's right, bringing back jerseys, unique jerseys that got
Are those
actually
confirmed?
designed.
Those are official tissues?
I'm gonna talk like it is. I'm
Okay.
gonna talk like it is. But how we bring back the jerseys and we mess up the game? Can we get everything all matching together? Like, please.
See, me, I'm low key optimistic. You know, honestly, like breaking down the format and everybody who's involved, it sounds like a disaster, but I'm going into the game with an open mind. You know, who knows? Because, like, remember when they did the whole captains thing, like that. Remember, I said it on a couple shows ago. The first year they did that captains, we didn't know what to expect. Turns out it was one of the best endings to the All-Star game. Period. It was very entertaining. You know, all it took, like I said, all it took was for what. 2 bad years in a row for the All-Star game, and now we're here. So depending on how it goes, if it goes well, it's gonna get kept. I even think if it goes bad, it's probably still gonna get kept, to be honest with you.
Nah, I think personally, I think if it goes bad, they're just gonna because I think they've tried everything at this point. And they're just gonna go back to the original East versus West. It is what it is, and hopefully those guys are competitive. And because it is what it is. It's crazy. Since we're in the month of
when you got big money involved, that's what happens.
Yeah.
You can't even bet on this game, so you know they switching it next year. How you gonna bet on this game? You can't
even bet on the game. Yeah.
FanDuel will be like, yo, switch back. We need the regular props back.
Yeah, facts. But as we transition from All-Star, obviously before the All-Star game is the trade deadline. And the topic of conversation throughout the league has been Jimmy Butler. We'll talk about Jimmy Butler first before we get into other teams, obviously.
Just trade him already, bro.
Jimmy Butler has been suspended for additional 2 games after being suspended for 7 games, which makes it 9 total games for detriment. I believe it was...
he missed a team flight.
Yeah, he missed a team flight for tardiness, and which is weird because I found out that Jimmy Butler actually travels privately all the time. Mm-hmm. And this is nothing new.
They said since 2023 in the finals, he was at a spot by himself, not with the team.
Yes. He doesn't even stay at the hotel with the team. He stays at like an Airbnb or something offsite away from the team.
Usually like Mike Jack.
Big face coffee, I guess. I don't know.
None of that coffee, man.
So like it's weird that like, and I'm sure we've all been in situations at jobs where you kind of know the management's messing around with you. So I'm sure the flight, if the flight was at 4:00 at 3:59, oh, he ain't here, wheels up, he's late. You know, knowing damn well. Usually,
I know that very personally. Very personally.
You know what I'm saying? So, how do you? What do you guys take from this? Are the Heat doing a disservice? Because obviously it is affecting the locker room. The players have come out and said it is a distraction. Eric Spoelstra, every press conference has to speak about it. What are you guys' thoughts on this? Does this make Pat Riley look bad? Does it make the Heat organization look weak? He's on a final now. Does make
bad TNA conversation?
Yo, that ass.
It's put us on a final.
Does this make Jimmy Butler look bad, unprofessional? What are you guys' thoughts on this whole ordeal? And then ultimately, I want you to also answer, where do you think he ends up? Is it Phoenix or is it somewhere else? Josh.
I honestly think this who Jimmy Butler is. He's been showing that ever since he was in Chicago. It's been ugly breakup after ugly breakup after ugly breakup everywhere he's been. So I think it's just two sides being stubborn. Jimmy Butler is being a diva and being stubborn, and Pat Riley is being old and senile mixed with this with the stubbornness. They just gotta get the deal done because this is not doing anything. Like the Heat were actually they were playing well, even when Jimmy was away from a team with the injury and then the suspension. They was playing well because they thought that saga was about to be done. Hero was catching his stride. The team was winning. Jaime Jaquez filled into Jimmy's role and was actually playing well. This is before the Killer Ware coming in now, but the team was actually on stride, and then bringing him back from suspension without trading him because both sides are stubborn. Jimmy Butler saying, "Yeah, I'm gonna come back and play whatever," and then just be in his own shell, and then Pat Riley is just bringing him back a poison apple amongst all the other fruits. It's just like, and you see how the team is playing now. They're struggling against bad teams. They're not doing the stuff that they was doing before, and I just feel like they need to move on. They need to move on. And Jimmy Butler, people haven't talked about it ever with you, with how you did the Bulls, with how you did the Timberwolves, with how you did the Sixers, and now you're doing it with Miami, and you're protected. You're protected crazy by the media because if other players do that, a la the guy that I don't like, Kyrie, cancer.
Yes,
you know what I'm saying?
Say his name.
I'm just saying, like Kyrie, rightfully so, got that label, but how is he staying away from this label? And that's my problem with this whole situation. And I think Pat Riley is petty enough to send him off to a crazy team that he didn't have no plan being on. So I'm not like he might really end up being on the Suns or like I don't know. I don't know if Dallas could do the move, or the Warriors, but I won't let it pass Pat Riley. If he be like, "Oh, you keep saying you don't want to be in Memphis? Here you go. You're in Memphis." So,
yeah.
Armani.
I'm with Josh on this one. I just feel like he's being very unprofessional. I feel like it's both sides. You know what I'm saying? We're not going to sit here and act like Pat Riley and do nothing wrong. And I'm going to say this. It goes way back to this whole Damian Lillard situation, right? Well, first of all, Jimmy Butler got to the Heat to the finals 2 times when he wasn't supposed to be there, right? In the bubble and in 2023 against the Denver Nuggets. And that 2020 bubble, like he had a outstanding performance, right? Going through the timeline, y'all failed to get Damian Lillard and y'all failed to have a plan B. So you can see why he's disgruntled because you didn't give me
so to give you some crystallize actually what they had an opportunity to get Kevin Durant, they didn't. They had an opportunity to get Kyrie Irving, they didn't. They had an opportunity to get Damian Lillard, they didn't. All Jimmy Butler has wanted up until this time was, hey, I just need some more help to compete.
Right.
So because we feel like we're just one piece away from winning it all. And for some odd reason, Pat Riley and Mickey Arison felt otherwise. For instance, the Damian Lillard situation where Dame made it he was very adamant about the only place he wanted to go was Miami. And when they had multiple conversations, they refused to add in multiple picks and players for Damian Lillard. Say what you want about Dame and maybe his limitations or what may have you, but I think a motivated Damian Lillard at a place where he wants to play is a different type of Dame. And we could have seen a different Miami Heat team if they decided to make that move.
Yeah, absolutely, right. And also like it didn't help that, Portland GM was being very stubborn as well too. So
yes.
So you look at from Jimmy's Butler standpoint, you can see why he's disgruntled, but also like, I like I said, and when we talk about this segment, it's very hard to kind of go through a job when you feel like people just kind of just picking at you. You know what I'm saying? It's kind of hard to smile, when you're going through that situation. So, the game when he came back, they introduced him in the starting lineup and they zoomed in on his face. Son just had a straight face. You know what I mean? Like he didn't want to be there, and then also on top of that, like I mentioned, being away from the team, like dating back to the NBA Finals back in 2023, like that's a red flag right there. And also Pat Riley just dragging this out. Like at this point, like you suspended him for 7 games, cool, he comes back, and now you suspended him for 2 games, and now, like we had Harry L on the, we had Polo Keeve on the show last week, and he didn't really think that it affected the locker room. Like now it is. Eric Spoelstra got to talk about it every single time. The players got to talk about it every single time. What's up with Jimmy? So this needs to get wrapped up soon because it's overdue. It's dragging out. And I don't know where he ends up at. I know he wants to go to Phoenix, but I don't know. Something in me is telling reverse psychology. I said this in the chat. So it's like, yo, like I want to go to Memphis, but I'm handing y'all with the reverse psychology. So send me, I want to go to Phoenix, but I really want to go to Memphis. You know what I'm saying? So that's just what I think.
And it really don't make sense to me why he don't want to go to Memphis.
That's what I'm saying.
Forever.
Like it's because
that's the perfect situation.
Right. Phoenix is on fire right now and not in a good way. Phoenix is on a downhill spiral. Ever since we spoke about this on the last episode, that DeAndre Ayton and Chris Paul shift, that pretty much put the nail in the coffin for them. And then bringing it back Bradley Beal, that put the nail in the coffin for them. But why wouldn't you want to go to Memphis? You give them what they need,
Yeah, Eric.
Well, if you really think about it, it all started back in May when Jimmy Butler didn't get his extension, and then you had Pat Riley had his press conference and basically aired out the team and aired out the organization. That's where it really started with this. So, and I think human nature comes into play when you have one entity saying, okay, yes, you're worth this, but we're not sure if you're really worth it. And you have another entity saying, I ain't worth it. All the work I've done to put y'all on this map, and now this is how you repay me. Okay, you don't want me, I don't want you. So let's end it. And now you have a situation where it's dragged on, and I think we're gonna have I think there's gonna be a surprise team that comes in and agrees to a deal with Jimmy Butler. I don't think for me, all these rumors about Phoenix and the moves they made, getting the extra draft pick that he got a couple of days ago from Utah. I know the tea leaves read the Suns, but for some odd reason, anytime we have the obvious of this player's going to that team, this player going to that team, something else always happens.
Like so Kyrie and the Mavericks,
right?
That came out of nowhere.
No, actually, that was.
I'll never forget Josiah.
Yeah.
Nah, I thought we had him. Yes, that's what I'm saying. Right, and I got a notification saying he going to Dallas.
But I think this is.
Nah, Josh. No, we're moving on, Josh. We're moving on.
I think there's gonna be a surprise team for Jimmy Butler. I think it's gonna be a team out west, and it's not gonna be the Suns.
Listen.
You say Kings?
They would make a move like that too.
Yeah.
They're the type of team to make a move like that. They'll have DeRozan and him starting together. Yeah, midi merchants. But no, I listen, Eric. I agree to. The obvious is always never what it seems.
Mm-hmm.
It's like that with almost a lot of teams.
I think there's always a smoke screen we have when you mention the Suns, Bucks, the Bulls.
I will say,
I think there's another team that's sneaking up without no notice, no nothing, and then boom.
I will say,
maybe the Thunder.
Normally, when you get that many teams in a report like that there is conversation though. But it could be where. I'll save it for offline, but it could be a situation to where like Jimmy, because I know personally that Phoenix is the number one destination for sure. You're not gonna put this out there knowing that the person that you have to get rid of is Bradley Beal. Like you just for chemistry reasons, you're not going to put this out there and let this be news. And then you have this guy on your roster, who has a no trade clause, who's almost looked like, think about how I would say uncomfortable it may be for Bradley Beal, because they want you out, but you don't want to leave, but they want you to leave, but you hold all the power to leave or not. It's like yo, like we don't want you here, but like you're almost like, I'm staying here because I got the keys. I don't care what y'all want. You know what I'm saying? So to put that out there is that's not for no reason. Like, they're not going to do that for no reason. So I personally believe that Bradley Beal may be on the way out, but I could also see where you hear talks about Chicago getting in the mix, and they trying to tank, and Zach LaVine could be we can get a deal where Zach goes somewhere, Beal goes somewhere, and Jimmy Butler goes somewhere, and all in one deal. But again, like I said earlier in the chat, like, by Jimmy Butler, because Mark Spears had put this out yesterday on ESPN, that he got word that Memphis is not a place he wants to go. If you put that out there and Pat Riley's like, oh, really? Guess where you're going?
Memphis.
You know what I'm saying? You're going to Memphis, right? Especially if he likes the offer that they're, because at the end of the day, it's not like, yes, Jimmy holds some cards. Don't get me wrong. Excuse me. Jimmy holds some cards, but also I think Pat Riley's very shrewd enough to just be like, I don't care if Phoenix has the better offer. I'm gonna get what I want to get because I want to get it. I want to get back at you, for putting us through this ordeal.
This is gonna be, and this is why I think Memphis is really intrigued by Jimmy. Other than he could be that final piece for them, but they're probably looking at it and I know he's not this type of player. Where they're looking at it as the Kawhi Raptor situation.
Yeah,
win-win. You could bring him in, and this could work great. Maybe convince him to sign again. But if it doesn't work well, and you got cap space now in that spot. So that's why I think it makes sense. The Memphis thing makes too much sense.
Also, and I've said this before, I think what makes sense, New Orleans makes sense too. And I'll leave it at that. I think New Orleans makes sense. Not for Jimmy. Not for Jimmy. For Pat Riley, it makes sense if you get my drift. So, because they have some decisions they have to make too. But yeah, all in all, do I think he goes to Phoenix? Yes, I do think ultimately though he goes to Phoenix. But I will not be surprised whatsoever if he's on a different team other than the Suns. Because again, like, we hear this stuff all the time and it's never what it seems. So we'll see what happens. As we continue to talk about,
so you think Bradley Beal is going to waive his trade clause to go to the Bucks?
Giannis.
I don't know if it's the Bucks, but like, I do believe he's going to waive his no trade, because you again, I'm harping on the fact that, like, as a locker room, it's widely reported, like, y'all don't want him here. It's weird. I'm coming off the bench. I'm doing all this, and then like, oh, well, we can't make any moves because you hold all the cards. Like, that's weird. That's weird.
Hey man, if I'm in that position, I'm being spiteful, man. Y'all gonna see my face every day.
Yeah, but it's like at some point that gets whacked though. Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's draining. It's draining because you're being fake. You know what I'm saying? Like, you're being fake with yourself. You know what I'm saying? You're being fake with yourself. So it's just like, all right, man. Like, yeah, I'm not gonna be somewhere I'm not wanted. You feel me? Like, it is what it is. That point.
Part too. Yeah.
And I know this is a little off topic, but for me, the perfect spot for Bill, and I know he would never do it.
It's Detroit.
Detroit.
Yeah, it's Detroit. Mm-hmm. It's Detroit. You take Beasley out of that starting lineup and you insert him.
Bring Beasley off the bench. Beautiful. Yeah. It's beautiful.
So, but we'll see. We'll see how this unfolds, man. Obviously, like, this is, and this is holding up a lot of other moves for other teams because in order for Jimmy Butler to be traded, it's going to take multiple teams. It's going to take multiple teams because of the CBA. So like this is why like after because the Lakers were, I believe, the only team that made a trade so far, if I'm not mistaken, right? Am I wrong about that?
What? Nah, didn't the Hornets? Was it the Hornets that made it?
Hornets
Somebody
and
made a
Suns.
trade last week. Yeah.
Yes,
Hornets and
Nick
Suns,
Richards.
yeah.
Yes,
Nick Richards.
Yeah.
but like those small scale deals, right? But like as far as like getting them, the marquee guys that's been talked about, like the Vucevic's of the world, your Zach LaVine's, your
Cam
Johnson, you know,
D'Lo.
it's-
Remember we traded D'Lo.
right? So like it's teams are at a standstill right now because it's going to take multiple teams to make this deal happen. Teams don't know what's going on because you're going to have other assets, you know, tied up in other things. So until I'm anticipating until Jimmy Butler's deal is done, then we'll see other moves happen. But for right now, everything's at a standstill, you know, because Pat Riley and Bradley Beal and Jimmy Butler kind of hold the cards to this thing right now. But moving on to the last topic of the night, man, MVP conversation is getting real tough. It's getting real close. The beginning of the year, we had Anthony Davis for like a week, and then after that,
2 weeks. Give him 2 weeks.
After that week, a week and a half, SGA's been running away with it, and then Nikola Jokic decides to wake up, and lo and behold, man, he's averaging. Let me look up his average just for context here.
He had a 35.22 rebounds, 17 assists game the previous night against the Kings.
So right now, Jokic is averaging 30 points, which is third in the NBA, 13 rebounds, which is third in the NBA, and 10 assists, which is second in the NBA. And
ain't he like the best 3-point shooter in the league or something like that?
He is. Yeah, he's shooting. He is shooting. If I'm not mistaken, yes, he's shooting 47. Well, it's 47.9. So we're going 48% from three. Right now, shooting.
He's not volume, but statistically.
Yeah, statistically, he takes about 2 threes a game, 2 to 3 threes a game, depending on the night.
Mel, get out of here, man.
So
I appreciate the view, but get out of here.
Right now, obviously, they were a 6 seed a couple weeks ago. Now they're jumped to a 4th, and
here they go.
I know they come like roaches. They're just out the woodwork. You know what I'm saying?
You turn on the light and they just scatter.
Yeah, nuggets, just everywhere. Obviously, SGA's also been on a tear. You know, has the youngest team in the NBA. You know, leading the league in scoring right now. He's averaging 32 points a game, which is first in the NBA. 5 rebounds, which is 70th, and 6 assists on 53% shooting from the field, while also shooting 90% from the free throw line, 34% from 3. Number 1 seed in the West by a wide margin. He's right now the runaway favorite for MVP, but Nikola Jokic is making a case. If the season were ended today, who would you guys vote for MVP?
Voting Shayvonte Gilgeous Alexander. Listen, I love Jokic. Mel, Angel, no, I love Jokic. But whatever happened to the voters' fatigue?
Yeah, because LeBron. Yeah.
Whatever happens to that? I heard that for LeBron. We heard it for Giannis. Recently, we like all of a sudden it's just like, now we just got to keep giving them Jokic. And it's like, if we're being fair, we got to go fair with the history. If they keep getting voters fatigue for these guys, how come all of a sudden they don't get no voters fatigue for Jokic? Yes, he's the best player. He's the best player on the planet for the last 3 years. Yes. But like, I got to go Shayvonte.
Just because you're the best player does not mean you're MVP. That is true.
And I've been hearing that since I was a kid. So how come these rules are getting thrown out the door right now? I need an answer. Ringer, NBA Media, ESPN. I need answers.
Athletic.
That's it. Shavante.
mm,
We say his full government. Shavante.
so
That's the
I know
MVP.
this was a conversation. Like, I don't want to say we dismissed, but we was kind of like, the clear favorite was Shea, was because obviously his seed, his team success and everything, and Jokic and the Nuggets was trying to figure it out, bouncing around between 6, 7, and 8. Now that they improved to the 4th seed right now, it's that
Who
key
changed the
word.
rules?
It,
We
it's
changed
that,
the rules
it's
for
that,
Jokic? What we changed for Jokic?
Could we never see a play that's changing the rule? Anyway, it's that key word. It's that valuable player. That's where it's like, especially because the Nuggets been improving. Russ is in the starting lineup. They're like 15-2, 15-4.
15-2. I think.
Yeah, Nuggets fan, y'all fact check that. I know y'all be fiending for stuff like that, but the valuable player, when you emphasize on that, when you put that in emphasis.
What's up, Sean?
Is the Heat fan? Oh man, I'm sorry about Idris, bro.
I'm not.
Wait, Sean, we gonna get back to you, but you take Jokic off that team, it don't look good. But also like the same, because I know what you're gonna say, Josh. I know what you're gonna say, but it's like Jokic literally has to do this stuff on a night-to-night basis just to win games, just to stay above float. Not saying Shea don't, but it's
you take Shea off. You take SGA off of OKC, man. It's dark, bro.
I know it's dark, but
It's
I think
it's lottery team dark, bro. The Nuggets.
Remember, that's why they was benching him to get Chet. They was benching Shea because they wanted Chet. This is why.
Don't get me wrong. Like you, if you take Jokic off the Nuggets, don't get me wrong. They won't be as good as they are. I don't think they'll be worse though than OKC.
Like the Chicago Bulls,
especially with the play of Jamal Murray this season.
He'll probably play better, maybe.
And he's been playing like Shaq. Like Shaq. But
both of these guys
look,
have
but
for the win.
to answer your question, if we going off the most valuable player, I'm going with Jokic. And I wanted to go with Shea for the longest, but what this guy's been doing the past couple games and stuff like that.
I'm gonna say this: if the season ended today, it'll go to SGA. But if the Nuggets somehow get the number 2 seed, I'm sorry, and if Jokic is still doing this and they get to number 2, they're gonna give it to him. Shea deserved it last year.
He did.
If you really want to talk about it, he deserved it last year.
And Shea was my pick for this year going into the predictions.
And so what they're going to do is they're going to do the same thing they did with Jokic and Embiid. When the year Embiid deserved it over Jokic, they gave it to Jokic, and then Embiid was crying about it, and they gave it to Embiid when Jokic deserved it. They're going to do it this year when last year they should have gave it to SGA, and they're like, oh, yeah, we messed up.
They're going to say, hey, damn. Hey, damn.
Oh,
you know what I'm saying?
I understand what Mel's saying about changing the rules now. Oh, the voters fatigue thing. I guess, man.
But it's like you change the rules for Jokic, but like we not seen LeBron. I don't think people understand what LeBron was doing.
Yeah,
he should have been a 6-time, 7-time league MVP.
They gave it to Derrick Rose. Man.
Yes,
come on, man.
In the middle, bro. Bron got it 2009, 2010, 2011, Bron 2012, 2013. In the middle.
And here's the thing. If you gave it to D Rose, I know people gonna tell me the numbers are different now because the offense and running up and down now.
Games. They won 67 games this season.
If you compare it now, what Shea's doing is better than what D Rose was doing.
Exactly. What D Rose is doing, what D Rose did then is what Donovan Mitchell is averaging now. And Donovan Mitchell is nowhere near sniffing the MVP
conversation.
I said 10.
But I said this.
Talked about that last year.
I said this. Yeah. I said this a couple episodes ago. It's because the inflation of
Oh, Adam Silver
Uh-oh.
got him. Adam Silver got him. Adam Silver got him. But it's just crazy to think about that. Like, on like changing the rules. You should have changed the rules for one of the greatest players of all time. Sorry, if that was the case. They did the same thing to MJ.
Jokic.
No, Jokic is wilding. He's
But it's
wilding.
just like
But
I understand it. I'm not against Jokic. I'm a Jokic guy. It's just I just don't understand how something that we kept hearing about, y'all just throwing it out the window now. Just like what they do with the most improved player. Like they just making their own rules now. It's crazy.
yeah, it's
Mm-hmm.
crazy. But yeah, great debate, guys. Great talk. Great episode. We got a lot to get into in the next couple of weeks. Obviously, with the trade deadline coming up, All-Star game coming up, playoffs are coming up. A lot of this stuff is going to get a little crazy. Sean, I know you're in a dark place. And I like to say it's over for you, brother. It's time
been
to
over for you, bro. It's been
We
over
got
for
to
you,
invite
bro.
him on next show.
Yeah.
Hopefully
Yes.
something happens.
yes. And we'll talk about
Heat culture,
internet
baby.
is sweet.
Heat culture, baby.
My
Yeah, they
internet is
sniped you,
sweet.
Armani.
they sniped you.
Yeah. I was trying to spit facts and well, D Rose. No, I wasn't, and I like D Rose.
How they gonna do that? You know how much money they
Chill.
got put together? How they gonna do that?
No, it's possible. What's possible?
Sean
It's very
might know some
possible,
stuff.
actually.
Sean might know some stuff.
Sean, I'll text you, Sean, because I heard some stuff too. But listen, it's over for Miami, and you might as well just enjoy poverty for a little bit, brother. Enjoy it because it's coming. All right, enjoy it.
And guys,
You missed
what
out, bro.
happens
You missed
Well,
out too.
happens when you
Finals,
don't take-
bro.
according to Sean, y'all can hear me good? I'm clear. I'm good.
Yeah, you
Yeah,
good, you good, you good.
You good.
According to Sean, I was talking to Sean the other day. Luca 2026. According to Sean.
All right, we can end it now.
All right. Heat culture's a myth.
Yeah.
See?
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
Yeah.
See?
But like, if Jimmy's giving y'all problems, what you think Luca's gonna do?
So, I'm speaking on the behalf of Sean.
No, that's what I'm talking.
Is he gonna pass that test?
Miami
he
has
gonna
like
pass
the
that
biggest. What is it? The biggest Slovenian population and something
they
like
do?
that. So
Is
yeah,
but
I didn't believe it
Luka
either.
gonna pass that conditioning test?
Hell no.
Okay.
I wanna
Luca,
y'all wanna
them
talk-
cookies gonna be on that plane. I don't care. Like this ain't LeBron.
Man, that's crazy.
Yeah,
I didn't know that.
I didn't know that either. Yeah.
Oh yeah. Luca's smoking hookah every day, Angel. That's true.
Every day
Every
for
day.
sure.
His lungs will be
Doncic.
shot running up and down the court.
Luka Doncic, bro.
Hella hookah, hella gyros. You feel me?
Nah, man, Tyro.
But no, all in all, guys, thank you for just interacting with us, and just supporting us. We really appreciate the love. Just stay tuned because again, next couple weeks is gonna be very interesting. Yeah, he damn near. You know what I'm saying? Luca Dadito.
La Liga.
But yeah. Until next time, peace and love. Take care of yourselves. Take care of the people around you. And love some basketball and watch some basketball. Peace.
Peace.
If you could afford it on the stream.